We asked 500,000 people what is the definition of a great nude beach. But that was on social media, so I think only 100 of you replied. But that doesn't really matter, because we got some great feedback of how a really good nude beach should look like or should not look like. We are in Zipolite, one of our favorite nude beaches in the whole wide world, and we're gonna put this place to the test. We are Nick and Linz. For the last 5 years, we have been traveling to some of the most amazing nature places on the planet. And now we embarked on an epic journey to experience naturism in every continent of the world. Subscribe and travel along with us. Right now we are in Mexico.
In last week's video we talked a lot about why we love Zipolite so much, and that is mostly because it meets pretty much all of our requirements. For example, it's a very sandy beach, there is a great atmosphere, and there is a beach bar. Well, actually there are lots and lots of beach bars. But some of you seem to have other requirements, so we put them all together in different categories. One thing that a lot of people pointed out is accessibility. And first of all, how to get to a nude beach if you don't have a car or don't want to drive a car. Well, here in Mexico it's not that difficult. Mexico has a quite cheap taxi system, which you can use to get from one place to another. And there's also a lot of public transport, not really in buses, but mostly in shared taxis or in shared minibuses. And if you come from further, even nearby there are 2 airports, both are about an hour away. So Zipolite is actually quite accessible if you don't have a car. Another aspect of accessibility is how to get to the actual nude beach, because the reason why many nude beaches exist around the world is because they are in places where nobody goes anyway. And it's often a big hike to get there, or difficult to hike there to get there, or you have to climb rocks or whatever. But here it's a lot different. I will show you. I am now on the Adoquin in Zipolite. This is the main street. And if you look through this gate, over there, that's the beach. Like, it's a 1 minute walk, probably even less. We will add a website to the description of this video called zipolitemexico.com, and there's a lot of very good information about how to get to this place. Let's talk about the actual beach itself. The very large majority of you said that they prefer sandy beach. And for that you're kind of in the right place here. This is nothing but sand. It's not the very white sand that you see in the Paradise Islands in the Caribbean, but it's definitely sand, and it's really beautiful. You also want a clean beach, like who doesn't, right? And I gotta tell you, a couple of years ago when we were here last time, this beach was not all that clean, but apparently, I don't know what happened, but it's a lot cleaner now. We haven't seen any garbage on the beach, even though there are quite a lot of people. So somebody must be cleaning it up, or at least they are educating the people to not throw garbage here, which is a really good thing. Other terms that came up concerning the beach is that it has to be long and wide. But yeah, look at this. All of this, as far as you can see, it's all nude beach. So it's definitely long, and it's pretty wide. I would say at least 30-40 meters wide until you get from the side to the sea. A couple of you also mentioned that they prefer some shade, and that's where it gets a bit tricky here. Of course, there are lots of beach bars and restaurants where you can sit under umbrellas, but then you kind of have to buy something. But there are some trees, I will show you. Here and there you can find some palm trees on the beach. These are occupied at the moment. These are the ones where we usually sit when we don't want to go to a bar and just buy drinks at a shop. But yeah, there is some shade, but it's not much. And then there was also somebody who said that he or she prefers a beach without jellyfish. Well, I can tell you, we've been here in different seasons and I've never seen a single jellyfish on the beach.
Is the water warm? I would say yes, but I also really like cold water. But I have to say, Nick already went in the water and it was great for him. So Nick is a pretty good parameter. If I would make an estimated guess, I would say around 27-28 degrees. Is Zipolite a safe beach to swim? I would say yes, but with a big but. The reason why I say but is because Zipolite is located on the Pacific Ocean. And if you know a thing or two about oceans, the Pacific Ocean is known to be very rough with a lot of high waves, which is really good for surfing. So if you prefer a flat beach like a swimming pool, then this is probably not your beach. But if you like it a little bit rough and if you like adventure, then this is absolutely your beach. But I also have to say, be careful if you go out in the water. There are lifeguards and there are a lot of flags on the beach. Red means no swimming, yellow means it's safe to swim, but be careful. And also please don't go in the water at night, because then it's absolutely not safe. And the reason why is also because their undercurrent is super strong here.
Who are the people on your preferred nude beach? And I gotta say, the opinions here differ a little bit. Some of you said that they prefer an all nude beach, a place where everybody is naked, while others say that they mostly prefer a clothing optional beach where just everybody can do whatever they want. And I gotta say, Zipolite is more towards the clothing optional, not even more towards the clothing optional. This is a clothing optional beach, and every time of the year you will find both naked people and clothed people. Although it also depends a little bit on the season. In the high season, in winter time, you will find a lot more nudists, while in low season, in the summer, like right now, there are many more Mexican families who come here who don't get naked. A lot of you also pointed out that they prefer a relaxed atmosphere and friendly people. Of course, that's really difficult to define. We would say that the people here are very friendly. We met a lot of people on the beach and in the streets and in town, and we made a lot of friends here. So we would say that the people here are definitely friendly, but of course your experience can be different. When it comes to atmosphere, this is definitely a relaxed place. This is a super relaxed vibe. It still has this hippie village vibe where people just hang around and do what they want. And two more points on your list of what makes a great nude beach is privacy and safety. Privacy-wise, if you look around me, this place is full of hotels, full of bars, so there is not that much privacy. If you're looking for if you're more the hidden cove kind of person, then yeah, this is not at all what Zipolite is. When it comes to safety, we generally feel safe in Zipolite, but of course you have to remember this is still Mexico, and even if it wasn't Mexico, things can happen everywhere around the world. So it's always smart to keep an eye on your belongings. Just don't leave stuff on the beach when you're in the sea. Just ask people to watch your stuff. They will do it. Like, there are friendly people here. Then let's talk about the facilities on a nude beach. Some of you like the wild beaches where there's no toilets, no showers, no bars. But we personally can appreciate a good beach bar, and maybe that is one of the reasons why we like Zipolite so much, because there's not just one beach bar, there are like maybe 50 or so. Some of them are clothed, some of them are naked. It really depends from beach to beach. I don't really know why people would have a clothed bar on a naked beach, but that's their choice. But there is a choice, like you can go to places, you can go to bars. When it comes to toilets and showers, there are not really public showers, and I don't think there are public toilets either. So you have to go to a bar or to a restaurant and have a drink if you want to go to the toilet. Some of you also pointed out that they appreciate sunbeds on a nude beach. And here in Zipolite, there are quite a lot of bars that have sunbeds, but there are no sunbeds that you can just rent. Of course, in the bars, you just have to buy a drink and you can stay on a sunbed. They don't charge you extra for it. And also, in most places, even in Hotel Nude, which is one of the fancier places, you can just buy one drink and stay in the sunbed for the whole afternoon, and most of the time nobody complains. If they ask if you want another drink, you just say no, and I've never heard about somebody been asked to go away just because they don't drink every hour or so.
Some of you pointed out that you don't only like to go to the nude beach, but that you also like to stay in a naturist hotel. Well, I have good news for you. There are around 10 or 15 naturist places, I would say, here in Zipolite, and they're all completely different. You have a couple of them who are right on the beach, for example, Hotel Nude, Hotel Naked, Hotel Budamar. You also have a couple that are a little bit more inland. For example, Camp is a really good example for that. Or you have some accommodations on the other side, on Arroyo Tres, where we are staying, Casablanca, for example. They all have different vibes, different styles. Some of them are big, some of them are small. You just have to, yeah, make sure what you want and make sure to check the website. And also, if you want to have a look inside of some of these resorts, I can really recommend you our other channel, which is Destination Clothes Free, where I give a little bit of a background and also a tour inside of the hotels. So yeah, just go over there and check that out.
Some of you told us that you like your beaches wild, remote, far away from everything, in the middle of nothing but nature. Well, Zipolite is not really that kind of beach. It is an urban beach, it is in the middle of town. But on the other hand, the buildings, they are not really huge buildings. They often have like the straw roofs. They are very authentic, very tropical. And I guess if you can think away the buildings, this is a pretty magnificent landscape. And part of the wild aspect, a lot of you also said that you like to go for a hike, for a walk, play on the rocks. This is definitely possible at Zipolite too. The beach is about 1.5 kilometers, and then there are plenty of rocks where you can climb and jump in the sea. But be careful because it's really dangerous here. But nevertheless, it has a certain wild factor to me, but it's not really the wild remote beach that you may find in other places.
Another important topic is misbehavior. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I've been to the beach many times on my own, without clothes, so completely clothes free, and I've always been safe. I always felt safe. I've never been harassed, and I'm not the only one. I see ladies by themselves or in group who are also having a good time without being harassed or anything. So yeah, that is for me something super important. But on the other hand, there is on that other side of the rock is a beach which called Playa de Amor. It suggests a little bit. I've never been there. I've never been there. So let's just check it out and see. I will go first and check on the beach, and even if people are misbehaving, I still think that we need to respect their privacy. And I'm out of breath. Whew. So this is Playa del Amor. There is not so much amor going on, or it's not that obvious. Maybe it's just when it gets dark or during the night. I don't really know because I've never seen it in real life. But yeah, this is it. If there has to be a beach like this, then I prefer it this way, because this beach is completely separated from the main beach, which is not the case in other beaches. In Cap d'Agde, for example, they just separate it with a beach bar, so you can really see the sexual activity going on the other beach if you are on the main beach. And this is not the case here.
We spent about an hour in Playa de Amor and didn't see anything happen that could not happen on the main beach. So maybe it's just all a myth, or maybe it's just at certain times. I don't really know, I don't really care. What we did see happen was somebody who almost drowned. So if you come to Zipolite and you want to swim here, once again, be very careful. To come back to the big question of this video, what makes a great nude beach?
Oh.
I think it's mostly something personal. Like for us, Zipolite is one of the most perfect places in the world. It's a place we love. We love this beach, we love this town, we love the people.
We love the food.
But it's all very subjective, of course. And we can imagine that for some of you, this may be the worst place in the world. Just like places that you like the most might be not so good for us. It really depends. It's really personal. The only thing we can say is that we really love this place. Our time in Mexico is coming to an end. We have a couple of days more in Zipolite and then we are moving on to another country.
Yeah.
And also our luxury life is coming to an end.
Ooh.
We're going back to tent life, but that is for our next video. So if you don't want to miss that.
Tent life, baby. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe to this channel, our channel. Make sure to check out our other channel if you want to see the inside of some resorts here in Zipolite. And we just see you next week, right? Bye.